C-H-R-I-S-T. We serve. C-H-R-I-S-T. We praise. C-H-R-I-S-T. We love. C-H-R-I-S-T.
Bring it up, bring it up.
Hello everyone, welcome to Upper Room Apparel Ministries. My name is Rick, for those of you who haven't watched these videos before. Today we're going to be going over a cool little topic. It's not a sermon or anything, or a study. It's just something that's been put in my heart. It's helped other people, and I'm hoping it'll help more people. So, as Christians, we are meant, and our purpose on this earth is to save people, bring them to Christ, and bring them to knowledge and salvation so they enter heaven. Save them from sin, and basically do what was usually done to us by a different person. We were commanded by Jesus to go out there and preach and save souls, basically. And a lot of people kind of worry about this. A lot of people freak out by not having a direct confirmation or example of them saving somebody. And that's what happened to me in the situation, is that a couple people were upset about it, and this is something, glory to God, that was put in my heart. So, as we all know, every day is an opportunity by God for something. And usually He blesses us or puts us in certain situations to bless and bring other people to Christ and everything. He basically uses us as tools to go out. We don't save anybody, but God uses us as tools to save those people. So while we walk around every day doing all these things, we are ambassadors. We are examples of Christ, and people are watching us. People are watching us very closely, especially since there's a lot of bad ideas and opinions about Christians and Christianity due to Christians who fall short in certain areas. People who aren't saved have a kind of harder time understanding that people fall short in different ways. So it's given us a bad rep. So it's very important that we represent ourselves properly. We act in love, forgiveness, humility, all the fruits of the Spirit at all times, because we never know who's watching, and people, they do watch very closely, especially when we have a cross hanging around our necks. And this is the thing. We basically go around tossing seeds all day long, all the time. And people worry about it. If you don't have a confirmation of saving somebody, you get worried. But this is the thing. This is the really cool thing, is that we don't know that. You don't know if you haven't saved somebody. You don't. First off, it's almost kind of theirs in God's business, if you think about it. A lot of times you'll get a confirmation from it, but this is the thing. How you know if you go out somewhere and you talk to somebody, you talk to them about Jesus and you witness to them, and they don't necessarily believe. They kind of do, but they don't. This is the thing. If somebody could have done that, God could have sent somebody a few days before you and had them do the same thing to that person. And then a couple days later, somebody else comes and helps them. And then after that, somebody else comes and helps them. And that person goes and gets that person saved, and they accept Christ that night. I have a question. Whose credit is it other than God? It's all of them. They're all pieces that are necessary to complete that puzzle. So, speaking from salvation point of view, you kind of save that person. That's the cool thing. It's a lot of times we might talk to somebody and they might have pride or something, and they will go and talk to Christ and be saved later and not tell you, not show the world or anything like that. That's, we can't see to what is seen. We have to have faith, and sometimes just trust God to know that you're kind of doing the right thing. And that's what's awesome about it. One thing I told somebody when they were saying this, I said, okay, so you might go throughout your whole life thinking that you haven't saved anybody, be really upset. You just really don't think you have at all. And say you go to judgment, and God looks down and says, blah, blah, blah. You were really scared, upset that you never saved anybody. And you just say, I'm sorry, Lord, yes, I'm sorry. And then there's 100 people lined up And he says, you saved all these people. I was able to use you as a tool to save these people. See, we don't know that. Imagine that though. Like we don't know this. We are planting seeds. For all we know, we could have been a tool to save hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. We don't know these things. And we need to stick to this, and we need to remember this, because not all times is God going to show us that we're saving somebody. He's not. And a lot of times they aren't going to show us it. All we have to do is continue to be ambassadors and to represent Christ. I mean, even the simplest things. You could hold a door open for somebody, and they could be, coming to Jesus or not. And that's kind of a rare thing nowadays. It's not too rare, but it's relatively rare, especially in the right locations. You go, they walk in, they're like, wow, that's really nice. They're thinking that. They look down and they see a cross. That could have been what pushed them to believe in Jesus. Like, we don't know these things. And that's the awesome thing, is that sometimes we need to not worry so much, and we need to just kind of not let ourselves get down, because that's a lie of Satan. Satan is trying to get you down by thinking that you're not a good Christian, or you're not bringing people to Christ, or you're not fulfilling God's purpose for your life. And sometimes we just gotta laugh it off, and have some faith. For all we know, we've saved hundreds, and there's really nothing more beautiful than that. So I hope this is help people. I hope this is kind of encouraged you all to not think like that. We're all just planting seeds. That's all we're doing. That's why we do what we do at Upper Room. We plant seeds, hoping that God will water them, God will bring them to fruition and create a new believer. So we hope everyone enjoyed this. God bless you all. Keep your heads up. Keep being good ambassadors and representatives of Christ, and always take the chance to preach the gospel and witness to people. One thing we always forget, not everyone, but a lot of people forget, is that preaching is a commandment. Sharing the gospel is a commandment, not just a suggestion. God bless everyone.